Good morning, good afternoon, and good day to you gentlemen and ladies. Today I have with me my co-host, Matthew Mace, and I'm Anthony Yousif-Dickow, and this is Project K, the podcast.
Yeah, good morning, gentlemen and gentlemen. I don't know what he is talking about. This is the University of Detroit Jesuit. We have no ladies here. So let's get started.
All right, so I got a couple questions for today's topic. Today's topic is the Iran war, man. That's a crazy war, you know. So I got a couple things. What's some background on this topic, man? What are we thinking about this?
Man, well, it all started February 28th, when, both U.S. and Israel started getting involved. And they bombed Iran. Come on, guys, what are we doing here?
Yeah, they're not going to give good comms,
Exactly. And then, a big problem here. We know about the gas prices. Are you kidding me?
It filled up for almost $60 the other day, bro.
Only 60, dude.
Almost 60. My car's only 15 gallons. But bro, gas is at the max.
I have a 20-gallon tank, my guy.
Yeah, 480 to 416 was the lowest I saw it, which is insane.
Statistical analysis. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Since the war started, gas prices have gone up 50%. 50%. That's ridiculous.
You're joking me?
I'm not joking.
That's crazy.
The average gas price is around $4.50 right now per gallon. Ridiculous.
That's insane.
Can't even believe it. It's just crazy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the war is not only just about from 2023 and all that good stuff. I mean, we saw it with February 24th. We also saw, you've seen all the way from the 80s, right? When you have American hostages, or you even seen the 53 when there was the coup that tried to overthrow the prime minister. But I mean, one thing you can really think about was 9/11. During 9/11, there was the whole invasion of the Middle East, especially the Iran, Iraq, and U.S. kind of had the war, the weapons of mass destruction, all that disorder. So you got 2002, where they just went into Iraq, and they're also well, you know what? Maybe Afghanistan, maybe Iran also has some weapons of mass destruction, and they all did that. And then even during 2008 with Barack Obama, their whole nuclear, they had a bunch of arguments, and they had all councils and security councils and national things talking about, well, there's such as the thing of how can we use nuclear energy and how can we use it as a good and reliable source.
Yeah, well, get this. Donald Trump, as of just a few days ago, is closing in on a deal that could potentially get him out of Iran, right? Gas prices going up. Please reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Guys, what are we doing here? Of more statistics here, 20% of the world's crude oil supply comes through that strait. It's ridiculous.
That's nuts.
I know, exactly. And crude oil is exactly what we need to make gasoline.
What do you think is a driving factor, though, of the war?
It's got to be Donald Trump's ego. You ever hear him? He's he's got his whole big plans, and he's trying to make America great again.
He's not doing a good job.
No,
not at all.
I prefer not being scared to have to drive more than 5 miles at a time.
Yeah. I mean, I think also, not other than just that, the war is a horrible thing. Trump's ego isn't great. But I also think that another big thing, like I said, kind of with 9/11, but also the U.S.'s involvement with the Middle East. And, of course, Israel being an ally, it's good. But also, we get pulled into a lot of things that happen between Israel and Iran and the whole Middle East, which I'm sure you've known, especially the people that took Ms. Curran's class. They know the whole tension between Israel and Iran, and all the whole, and even just Israel and the Middle East. It's a whole thing. Even with just Palestine, bringing in Palestine, right? Because there was, I forgot. You remember the date when Israel became a country? Yeah, let me look it up. I think it's. Anyways, because of that, literally we've seen so much tension between it. It's nuts.
Ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it was 1948. That's when it became a country.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Come on. I was making sure you knew that.
Yeah, Miss Curran would be disappointed in me.
Yeah. Next question. All right. How's the war affected the U.S. and the entire world? Well, I mean, obviously, gas prices. Come on. At this point, my wallet is growing cobwebs. I open it up, a fly is just gonna fly right out. Like, cartoony. Can't say that word. It's cartoony. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts. But I mean, I think that not only is it just a
Family friendly. You're welcome, Mr. K.
Yeah, definitely. You want to make sure that I think that we have to make sure as a country to kind of limit this whole involvement in wars and stuff. Like, it's great. I'm not gonna lie to you. A wartime economy can be great because it produces a bunch of stuff. We saw that in World War I, World War II. That's kind of what brought us out of the Great Depression. But a wartime economy can't always be good because you put A, the people's lives at risk, and B, you're just shooting out a bunch of different, just a bunch of different types of things. It's crazy.
Exactly. And thing with the Middle East, they're always at war. Why don't we try to help and just maybe not be at war for 98% of your country's lifespan?
I mean, do you think that could be a good resolution? I don't know, what other resolutions do you think you come up with besides, of course, being involved, not being involved?
I'll tell you.
I really think it's just time to just pull out.
Just get out of here.
Yeah.
That's why, Donald Trump, he's gotta work on that negotiation, but it's a little hard because of his demands to get rid of their nuclear activity.
Now, a word from our sponsors. We have first MNYD Law.
Or a loved one been in a recent car accident, whether it's trains, semi-trucks, or cars, just, we will get you that compensation. Here at MNYD Law, we will fight your case no matter the cost. Remember, go with MNYD Law to gain it all.
Are you tired of being such a big fat chud? Call Ozempic, you lazy couch potato. With one injection of a needle, you'll instantly start to shrink. Remember that Ozempic is not responsible for severe eating disorders, intense diarrhea, and deathly appearance. I got a question for you. Do you have no energy to make dinner, or you're just too busy in your life to make it? Well, look no further. The Balance of Life Company is here to save you. We have over 45 different meals and are great sources of protein, minerals, vitamins, all that jazz. Buy balanced meals, they're great.
One last sponsor for you guys here. Wouldn't be a podcast or a sponsorship without NordVPN. Are you kidding me, baby? All of your information completely safe, secured. You want to pretend you're in Iran right now? Boom. Done. Flip that switch. All your information's safe. And do you have a school with a really annoying firewall? Problem solved. NordVPN today.
Boom. So yeah, guys. Anyways, thank you to our sponsors, Ozempic and MNYD Law, man. I've known those guys for years, especially these 4 years at
right here, just so tight.
Yeah.
Like brothers to me, honestly.
Yeah. I think that, with the whole oil crisis, I think our country as a whole has definitely been divided through the past. Not even just this whole, also the election of Donald Trump wasn't helpful either. That decided and divided the school and people in general. But I think that our country truly has been more divided in these last 5 years because of politics and things that are a part of the world.
Exactly. I can't go 5 days without either Father Yitzin or Mr. Hill mentioning Donald Trump himself. We'll be talking about literature while now, analyzing it, and he'll be like, you know who this reminds you of? I don't want to get political here, but you know who this reminds you of? Every time, Donald Trump, without fail.
It's nuts. I think also, it's not even just, of course, we're supposed to focus mainly on the Iran war, but really the Iran war has ramped up things, just like how the Israel-Palestine conflict had really ramped up a lot of things. But I think that, of course, there's nothing wrong with having allies and having, people to be a part of, but I think that the U.S. should probably get rid of their allies of Israel because, when you keep getting pulled into these wars and getting pulled in and be like, oh, government help, it takes a toll on the economy. And it takes a toll, honestly, on the people as well as just truly just the things that are a part of it.
That is a factual statement. You know, it really just comes back to, yeah, everyone is suffering the price here. I'm going to say it again. I would like gas prices to go down as someone who pays for their own gas. I'm not lucky enough to have my parents be like, oh, here's $70 to go fill up your tank. $70 is a lot of money to just dish out, and I have to pay like every few weeks. Not even. Week and a half.
Yeah, it's like 2 weeks for me. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I think overall, the Iran war, there's really just the whole fighting scale and like everything of that, just it being as serious as it is, and how in recent history, you know, we saw a missile crisis with Iran and Israel, but we also have seen really there's been a lot of tension, not only just in the Middle East, but just bubbling around the whole world. And that goes back to our question of like how this war has affected both the U.S. and the world. I mean, we've seen that, like, American ships are barred from going through the Strait of Hormuz, which is, it's actually crazy to think about that.
I've been saying that wrong the whole time.
But, I mean, that's the thing is, like, when you start to have all these things and it's just, like, people are barred from this, it's just, like, where does it come to a point of, like, just settle our differences and just say either both parties are wrong or just agree to disagree? But I know that's not a perfect world in politics, but...
Yeah. Oh, it's too messy.
I think it's time to sign off. Thank you guys for joining us for our Project K podcast of the day.
Exactly. And remember, you guys are the real MVPs.